The P&G Gymnastics Championships, presented by Venus and Gillette, were brought to you by AT&T, Rethink Possible, and by Hilton Honors. So look at the final standings and imagine you're going to go in a room and pick out 6 to represent the United States at the World Championships in September. Sam Mikulik wins by 2.9 points. After that, Alex Nadur, Jake Dalton, then John Orozco. A little bit of a comeback for him. Brandon Wynn, Steve Legendre, and Danelle Leyva in the 7th spot. And a very strong presence and a very impressive presence by the Michigan Wolverines. Al Trawick, Tim Daggett, Nastia Liukin back to wrap things up. So he was obviously dominant. What's more interesting to you, the fact that Sam Mikulik won like that, Tim, or the fact that they're going to pick somehow a world championship team from these results that were ragged at times?
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge for them. But, you know, I talked with Dennis McIntyre, who is the head of the men's program, and he says it is all about the possibility of winning medals. They are not going to consider anybody unless they think that they have a shot to make it into the finals. There is Dennis, and they've got a tough job. But, you know, if you look at the all-around ranking, I would say it's going to stick pretty darn close to that. Obviously, Sam is on the team. I'd be shocked if Jake wasn't on the team. You know, John Orozco did himself a big solid. He was great on parallel bars, and that could be a place he earns the team. Danelle Leyva was weak in spots, but he was great on parallel bars today and high bar.
Nastia, what did you think about the way that Sam Mikulik won this championship?
Well, of course, I don't think he ended it on the highest of high notes, but to win that national championships after this, I said earlier in the coverage, this was only his 3rd time competing the all-around competition this year. So he won all 3 competitions that he entered. And I think going into the World Championships, he will 100% be on that world team and, you know, hoping to vie for a medal at the World Championships.
Just a quick thought, it's not a team World Championship. Why do they do that after the Olympics?
You know, it's just a rebuilding year, not just for the United States, but all over the world. And, you know, for a long time now, that has been the case, that the year after the Olympic Games, it's an individual World Championships. It's rebuilding time. But I'll tell you, with Sam Mikulik, I am so impressed that he owned up to himself falling apart a little bit mentally. That says a lot to me, because the worst thing that can happen is if you hide it, if you aren't honest with yourself, and he was, that bodes well for him.
That's going to do it for us. Coming up next, the world's best compete for country and pride. Don't miss the World Track and Field Championships coming up next, right here on NBC Sports. Sam Mikulik, wire to wire, doing himself and the Michigan Wolverines proud. Congratulations to him. For Tim Daggett, Nastia Liukin, and Andrea Joyce, I'm Al Trawick. Good night from Connecticut.